Welcome back, guys. So right now let's talk about design effects. I'm going to create another page for that, so I'll say design effects. Yeah, I'll call this design effects. So we have design effects here on Figma design panel. So I'll just choose a frame again. Let's talk about choosing a frame. So right now we choose 100 compact, and here is 100 compact. I'll just change the frame to like a white, to a pure white. So I'll change this to an X code, and a pure white to be FFF. This is a pure white currently, so we have a pure white color. Right now what I want to do now is to click on the frame and let's create something. So let me create a rectangle. Let me create a rectangle of a black color. So I'm going to change the fill to like a black, and here we are. Let me change the fill to like a blue. Yes, it's going to be like a blue. Let me change to like a blue. Yes, so we have something like this. We have a blue like this, and there's something called effects. So you could add effects on different elements when you're designing. So this is where design effects are. So you could see, you could have the styles, you could apply styles. Just leave this for now because we have this material design, and we're going to talk about material design as well. So you could add an overlay, you could add all those things, and you'll see something like that happens. And when you check it, okay, so let me just show you what the effects are. So let me just remove that and don't talk about these like design styles and all that. So come to my effects right now. So I'll come to my effect right now, and these are different styles. You have the inner shadow. When you see the inner shadow, it brings in an inner shadow to the effect. So you could set more for it. You could do more effect settings for the inner shadow. So I'll come to the effect settings, and right now you could change the position. You know, we have X and Y coordinates when it comes to position, so you could change the position of this. You could change the position. So let's change the position of X. So you could say you want to change to like a 4, and you could say you want to change it to like an 8. So let's say you want to change it to like an 8, and the blur you could change to like a 0, and the spread you could change to like a 5. Then you'll see the color of the shadow could be changed right here as well. So you can change the color of the shadow as well. So we're going to leave it at black actually. So let's leave it at black. Let's leave the shadow at black. So I'm going to change it to black. So let's see what we have so far. So this has been done. As you could see, this is the inner shadow right here. Look at the way it's showing. So that's the inner shadow, and there are more effects. You could change to like a drop shadow, leaving the same settings. This is what drop shadow will be, and the inner shadow shows from the other side. The drop shadow shows here. So when you check the layer blur, it blurs that out with the same settings, and when you check the background blur, blurs that out as well. So you're going to continue this way. So coming back here, you're going to check effects. So effects has different settings. So the blur, you could change the blur to like a 9. So let's see what a 9 will give us. So we have a blur, and it changes to like a 9. So you could change the whole settings of whatever you're doing. So you could change from background blur to like a layer blur, and see the layer blur right here, and the settings is still at 9. So you could change that. And we have the drop shadow. So those are different effect settings. You have the inner shadow, that's what it basically means, and you could set it from here, from the position to blur. So you could work around this. So there are different design guides which I'll show you later on that will help you to figure all this out without having to rack your brain or something. But right now, those are effects, and these are design effects. It could be added on any elements you have on your design frame, and that's what we just did. I hope to see you in the next lesson. See you there.